When we buy a new car for modern highways, we look for peace of mind. We look for 6 airbags, advanced driver assistance, and that coveted 5-star safety rating. Those features create a feeling of invincibility. It is easy to assume that a top-tier safety rating means you are fully protected, even when pushing speeds of 120 or 150 kilometers per hour. But those safety ratings are earned in tightly controlled laboratory conditions. The crash tests that award those 5 stars are typically conducted at just 64 kilometers per hour. Once you take a car out of the lab and push it to extreme highway speeds, automobile engineering steps aside. The vehicle is no longer governed by crumple zones and airbags. It is governed by the strict laws of physics. To see how those physics operate, we can run the math. By calculating the forces at play, we can see precisely why a 2,000-kilogram SUV's safety systems completely collapse during a high-speed crash. Let's set up a scenario. We have a heavy SUV weighing exactly 2,000 kilograms, traveling straight toward a fixed, solid concrete divider. This graph displays the universal physics formula dictating crash severity. Kinetic energy equals 1/2 mass times velocity squared. That squared symbol is critical. If you double your speed, impact force doesn't double. It multiplies by 4. Now let's introduce the stakes. A sudden, immovable obstacle appears on the road exactly 15 meters in front of our vehicle. Inside that 15-meter window, survival has absolutely nothing to do with your car's brand. It's a purely mathematical consequence of how fast you were going when you spotted the obstacle. This table breaks down 3 different speed scenarios. We begin at 50 kilometers per hour. When the driver spots the divider, their brain takes about half a second to react and press the brake. In that half second, the car travels 7 meters. The brakes engage, and the vehicle hits the barrier at 25 kilometers per hour. The resulting impact force is roughly 10 tons. The vehicle's engineering absorbs this perfectly, and the passengers walk away safe. Now look at the second row, where we double the speed to 100 kilometers per hour. That exact same half second of human reaction time now consumes nearly 14 meters of physical space. The driver has exactly 1 meter left to brake. The vehicle strikes the divider at 96 kilometers per hour, generating 145 tons of force. Finally, in the third row, the vehicle is traveling at 150 kilometers per hour. A half second of brain reaction time physically requires 21 meters of space, but the obstacle is only 15 meters away. The car hits the divider before the driver's foot ever touches the brake pedal. The impact occurs at full speed, generating an impossible 354 tons of force. At extreme speeds, biological human reaction time neutralizes the mechanical brakes before they can be used. So, what exactly happens to 5-star crumple zones and Styx airbags when they are subjected to 354 tons of force? Mechanical crumple zones are engineered to fold and absorb energy, but they are designed for the forces generated at roughly 64 kilometers per hour. At 150 kilometers per hour, the metal does not fold, it disintegrates entirely, crushing the heavy engine block directly backward into the passenger cabin. Even if the airbags deploy in time, the physics of the human body take over. When the vehicle instantly drops to 0 kilometers per hour, the internal organs, your heart, your brain, your liver, keep moving forward at 150 kilometers per hour. The seatbelt successfully stops your skeleton, but your organs violently collide with the inside of your ribcage and skull. This causes rapid internal deceleration trauma. At this speed, airbags are merely cosmetic. They protect the skin on your face, while the sheer kinetic force destroys the internal organs. Let's adjust the variables. What happens if the driver spots that exact same divider from 50 meters away instead of 15? This diagram illustrates the outcome at 100 kilometers per hour. 50 meters provides just enough runway to brake, dropping the impact speed to a survivable 50 kilometers per hour. At this speed, the airbags and seatbelts will save the passengers. But look at the 150 kilometers per hour outcome. Even with a massive 50-meter warning, the extreme kinetic energy means the car still hits the barrier at a fatal 122 kilometers per hour. Safety features are not magic shields. They are backup systems that simply buy you time. They rely entirely on the driver maintaining a sensible speed of 80 to 100 kilometers per hour, giving physics the physical space it needs to keep you alive.